Hey, this is the Joel and Nicole show at Automated Home Finder, and today we are going to talk about the importance of editing the searches for your new leads. So Nicole, you see this a lot where new leads sign up and they have very, um, actually not vague, but very too specific a criteria, and the system doesn't automatically set that up for them. So anytime we have a new lead, it's a really good idea to kind of look at what they've searched at and then make edits whenever they sign up. Is that correct?
Yes, the system uses the criteria of the first listing that they looked at and sets up the search based on that. So if they look at other listings after that may be in other cities or different price ranges, or you speak to them and the first listing that they looked at doesn't necessarily meet all of their criteria, it's best to go in and edit each search just to make sure that it's specific.
All right. Well, can you show us how we would do that whenever we're looking at any given lead in our system?
Sure. What you want to do is log in and go to the lead summary page for the lead. And then at the bottom on the right-hand side where it says Saved Searches, under Number of Saved Searches, you click on the number. And it'll bring up the saved search in the top. It'll also show you the other searches that they've done so that you can kind of use that for criteria as well. This particular person has a search set up with a max price range of $225, but their other searches were clear up into the 450s. So we can go ahead and edit that because they're probably actually looking up to 450, but the first property that they looked at may have had a max price of $225. So you just click the Edit button, and it'll take you out to the front side of the website. And as you can see, that 225 search brings up no listings right now, so it's really good that we decided to edit this search so that they would get listings. And I see here it's been modified. There we go. So we'll want to make sure that we set the minimum and maximum of the price to exactly what they're looking for. And since they were looking in Strasburg, maybe we could add Bennett if there's no searches coming up since they're real close to each other. And we want to make sure that we have the beds and baths set up correctly as well. So I would take out this maximum here that I don't know why it's there. And then if you spoke with them and they want a specific high school, you can add that. You know, just any of the information. If they're looking for a ranch, here's where you could add it. And then you can just refine the search. You have to always hit the refine button so that it knows what information to start looking for in the future. And then when you're finished, you can make sure there's a decent amount of listings, and then you can just hit Done Editing, and it'll take you right back to where you were. And now the search has been changed to a max price of $450, where the listings will be going to them.
All right. So I have two things. One, I'm the salesman entrepreneur in me wants to chime in and just give my salesman opinion on this, because I know some people are kind of saying, well, gosh, they didn't ask for Bennett, so why would I send them Bennett? Or they didn't ask for 450, why would I send them that? And my experience in the 15 years I've been doing this online is that, you know, it's always better to beg forgiveness than ask permission. You know, and a lot of times, like Nicole showed us, we can see what they searched for, and we can maybe see that they looked at some Bennett listings or whatever. So in that case, we can just take that liberty. But in other cases, you know, I would always make the decision to use my discretion as an agent and say, well, you know, I'm going to make this change, and then that's an excuse to follow up and say, hey, I hope you don't mind. You know, I thought it would be a lot more effective, and we'll find a lot more listings for you if we look here. So I went ahead and made that change. Let me know if that's a problem. And like I said, in my opinion, even an email from a customer that says, hey, I don't want this, please change that, is better than no correspondence at all, because you're building a relationship. So just wanted to kind of point that out. And then number two, point number two, I forget. Saving changes, saving searches.
Well, while you're thinking about that, I'd like to expand on that a little, what you were saying as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the low inventory that we have, I think it's best to expand the criteria a little bit as well, because they may not be getting homes at all if you don't expand their criteria. They may not be getting listings from you. So I like to set the criteria as broad as possible. And that's the same way with people that are looking from out of state. A lot of them may have only been to Colorado a time or two, or they're relocating, and they don't know the market here is as strong as maybe where they're moving from. So it's really good to expand that criteria a little bit so they can at least get some listings from you, because we all know that this may not be the only website that they went to. And so if they don't hear from you again in a while with new listings, or you weren't able to connect with them on the telephone, then you're going to lose that any chance that you really had with them if you're just using their criteria that doesn't work in the area they're looking.
Absolutely. Always better to send too much than too little, because even though buyers should know this, they don't. And a lot of times they actually come to believe that, oh, well, Bob wasn't sending as many listings as Sally, so Sally must have more homes.
Right.
And you want to prevent that from happening. So I absolutely agree. I just remembered the other thought I had, and that is, and this is something we had going on with the old automated home finder, and I know can be done with the new automated home finder. What you just did saved their search, so all new listings from now on will go to them. But say you found a dozen listings right now, those will not go to them. Is that correct? They would have to log in and then hit the search listings to see those listings. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So if they want it, but they can send them an email with those listings, right?
That's correct. Except for the very first search. The very first search, now that we have auto assign set up, now as soon as you accept a lead, the search that the system saved will go out to them in an email saying that these are the search criteria that we have set for them, and here's a link to that search, and it'll show them those listings now. But if you make a change in the future after that first email goes out, they will not see the listings that come up, because the system assumes that they've already seen those listings because
they were on the system searching. Yeah. So is there a way I, as an agent, could say, well, I just, they only had 2 listings before, now they've got a dozen. I'm going to just send them those listings.
Yes, you can send them an email with those listings. And what you do is you go back out to the listings that you found,
mm-hmm.
and you copy the URL at the top of the page up here.
Oh,
and
perfect.
Then you go back to where you can send them an email in emails, and you can title it, whatever works for you. Here's some new listings I found. And then you send them an email, or type out the body of your email, and then you create a hyperlink. You can create a hyperlink here so that it looks cleaner, and you do that by going to, well, I have to have something typed here first. Here is your search. And you create a hyperlink by just highlighting the word that you would like them to be able to click on. And you click on these little chains right here to link it. You paste in the URL that you had sent or that you had copied of the listings that they had viewed, and you title it the word that you wanted to be linked, and you just insert it. And now when they click on this link, this word, it'll take them to the listing.
Perfect. And just to reiterate before, this is a perfect rapport building opportunity, and I think it's a great idea. Even if you just made one tweak and found one new listing, it's an excuse for personal follow-up, and personal follow-up is what people want. They tend to forget that, they have a relationship with an agent when all they get is just canned emails saying, there are 2 new listings for you, click here for your results. So this gives you a chance to say, whatever, hope all's well in Oklahoma, or personalize it, because that does make a huge difference.
Correct.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and let us know. Feel free to add comments below, or let us know if there's something else you want help with on how to navigate Automated Home Finder to get more sales. Have a great day.